because
Yeah.
when you're not in alignment, I think is as equally as important as knowing what
Mhm.
strategy
Yes,
to take.
yes.
Yeah.
So, for generators, it is frustration. For manifestors, it's anger. So if you're feeling angry, um, as a manifester, it's that's telling you that you're misaligned. For manifesting generator, it's both frustration and anger. So yay us.
Double whammy.
Yeah. For projectors, and I love this word because if you use this with any other type, it doesn't land, but you're talking with a projector when you say it's bitterness because it there is that quality is my understanding, is that you're not in alignment when you
Yeah,
feel
we hate
bitter.
the word, and yet we still get it.
100%. Yeah,
But
I
it's
keep
bitterness to others or bitterness to ourselves.
exactly, exactly. And then reflect. I just lost reflector.
Reflect our disappointment.
Disappointment, thank you. I'm like, where did that one go?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so again, it's that feeling of deep and working with reflector, it is that deep disappointment. And again, it's to disappointment of self and of disappointing others. It just feels deeply disappointing. So you're misaligned based on your type if you're experiencing that emotion. And it is really helpful to then be a catalyst to bring you back into alignment.
Yes. Yeah, that's been really huge. I know my clients now, they're just like, and I was really frustrated, they're manifestor or manifesting generator, and they're like, "Oh, wow, that's a clue." Like, it's a clue to follow. And when they follow that, it's like, oh, it's telling them that they're not in alignment, or they're trying to go too fast, or they're getting the pressure of, I need to find the answer now, now, now. And maybe it's not now, now, now.
Right.
Hmm. So many things, so many thoughts. Like I said, this is for me because it's so new. I'm just like everything that you guys are saying, I'm looking at me and I'm looking at all of the people that I'm closest to, and it's so eye-opening. And it's like you were saying with your clients, they're recognizing the signs of, okay, I'm not in alignment. It's like right now, well, for the past few months now, I've been working with a nutritionist, and I can now recognize, like she was saying at the very beginning, different types of hunger. And it's like because I've been working with her for so long, it's automatic. I recognize it now. So as you work with your, human design, as you
Mhm.
understand it, it'll be easier to recognize when when those signs show up. It's like, oh wait, I'm not aligned. I need to step back, and this is how I can get back into alignment. So I love that. And yes, the frustration is real.
Totally. It is no, and let me tell you, when that partners with anger, Jesus.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, the frustration can be very, very
It's very
real.
real.
Yeah, so this is this it brings me to my next question, and it's kind of like when I talk about cycle-based planning. For me, that's a huge thing, understanding where I'm at in my cycle, which helps me understand why my energy levels are where they're at, why maybe I need a little bit more time to do something. So it's understanding who you are and where you're at so that you stop comparing yourself to other people and what you're able to do versus what you see somebody else being able to do. So, what are like just what are some tips or some tricks that people can use to kind of shift that perspective? Like if they're looking at one person who may be a completely different design than them, instead of saying, "How come I can't do it, the way that they're doing it?" What is something that they can say to themselves or look at to understand what would work better for them?
I think that's such an important question because I know that's one of the big things that for me, I've worked with just so many coaches over the years who, we didn't have this information necessarily, or it wasn't as popular back then, 20 years ago. And I kept asking, like, why can't I do it? I'm supposed to replicate the system of my coach or who my trainer is. And what's wrong with me? I was holding that for about 10 years. Like, what's wrong with me that I'm not doing it that way? Right. And the human design has just really freed that up so that you don't have to compare as much, or you can be like, oh, yeah, I know what she's about. That's why she's doing it that way and I'm doing it this way. Yeah.